Are you tired of seeing this on your screen? Would you like to see this instead? Welcome to League of Legends Terrible Guides featuring Rakan, the Charmer.
Oh, yeah!
Rakan is a dominant champion. When you think of dominance, what do you think of? Peacock! Doesn't this just scream dominance?
Taking a small break from Rakan, let's talk about emotes. They are a great way to show people that you know they tried their best. Nicely done. Nice flash. Nicely done. No, put that away. In short, the main reason that I like emotes is because they let me feel like I am Oprah Winfrey. Although Rakan is called the Charmer, I prefer to call him the man who is having an affair on Xayah with his cape.
You see this cape? Ha! I said, goddamn, I'm sexy.
That sound means that it's time for our daily hex deck chest opening. Alright, well, I wonder what will be inside of today's chest. A witch hat with an eye. You've got to be fucking kidding me. What kind of sociopath goes through their icons list and goes, oh boy, fluffy tippers? Nah, not my style. A sword with some ninja malarkey? Nope, not today. But when they see a top hat with a goddamn retina attached, they go, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. Anyway, let's talk about Rakan's abilities. First off is his passive, which he has two of. The first one is Lover's Leap, where if Xayah is recalling nearby, or if he is recalling, the other one can join in, and they can recall together.
Did you notice the sky?
It's lovely.
Not as beautiful as you.
His other passive is Fey Feathers, where Rakan generates a shield periodically. Also, if he damages an enemy champion with a basic attack or with an ability, it'll reduce the cooldown of his Fey Feathers by 1 second. Next is Rakan's Q, the Cocky Peacock, where Rakan throws out one of his feathers and it deals magic damage to the first enemy hit. If this enemy was a champion or an epic monster, an area will be marked around Rakan. After 3 seconds, if no one comes inside this marked area, or if an ally does within those 3 seconds, Rakan will heal himself and that ally. What most casual Rakan players don't know about Rakan, that I do because I'm a Peacock expert, is that he has a minigame involved with his Q, the Cocky Peacock game. Every time you use your Q, you need to say Cocky Peacock, getting louder and louder every time. Cocky Peacock. Cocky Peacock. Cocky Peacock. Cocky Peacock. Cocky Peacock. Cocky Peacock. Rakan's W is Grant Entrance. Where Rakan dashes to a target location, and then, after a 1 second delay, he will leap into the air, dealing magic damage and knocking up surrounding enemies for 1 second. But what this ability doesn't tell you is that it actually also takes him 1 second to land, thus you cannot do anything while you're landing. One of the things I personally like to do with Rakan's W is use it as an escape. Not only can Rakan Q and W, but he can also E with his Battle Dance, where Rakan will leap to an allied champion, shielding them for 3 seconds. But not just that, he can also recast Battle Dance within a 5-second period for no cost. And he can jump to the same allied champion. And not just that, if Xayah is his target for his Battle Dance, the range is increased to pretty much the whole screen. One of the things that I actually don't like about his battle dance is that when you click to use it, it still shows both circles, the regular one and the one if Xayah is there, which is kind of annoying and it does distract you sometimes. One of the great things about it though is that if you're in too deep, you can easily get yourself out, or if you need to get into a team fight but you're kind of far away, you can easily get yourself in there. Lastly, Rakan does have an ult, the Quickness. But before I talk about it, I just want to say, really Riot, the Quickness, his other abilities actually have pretty cool names. I mean, the Cocky Peacock, Grand Entrance, and Battle Dance. They sound awesome. But that's why I prefer to call his ult. My name is Rakan of Ionia, and I am the fastest man alive. To the outside world, I'm an ordinary Vestayan, but secretly, with the help of my friends at Rito Games, I fight crime and find hotties like me. One day, I'll get Xayah to love me and reclaim the power of Vestaya. I am Rakan. So when Rakan does use his ult, he gains 50% bonus movement speed for 4 seconds. During this time, an enemy champion he collides with gets charmed and slowed for 75%. This can only be done to each enemy once. Also, the first enemy Rakan collides with gives him bonus 150% decaying movement speed for 1.5 seconds. Some easy combos with his abilities include a QE, where you Q an enemy and then E to someone that you want to heal. Another basic and easy combo is one I like to call Xayah's Bodyguard. This is one I do when Xayah is around. As Xayah starts to recall, you protect her from harm. Once the recall is almost complete, you E onto her and finish the recall. Another one is where you W onto the enemy. When they try to run away, you ult, and then you Q them once they are slowed. And the last combo I want to go over is how to get a pentakill. The first step is to throw away everything I have said in the last 6 minutes and not play Rakan. The second step is to play a champ that is broken, but people have forgotten about. The third step, it's easy, follow me. Lastly, I want to discuss builds. First off is the bronze build. I usually start with a Spell Thief's Edge, 3 pots, and wards, and this will allow me to build into my Remnant of the Watchers. Once I have it, I make sure to change my ward into a Sweeping Lens. Next, I usually get a Zeke's, Redemption, or Ardent Sensor, but I always make sure that the third item is Boots, and for Rakan, I like Ionian Boots. Afterwards, depending on what you got for your second item, get the other 2. And lastly, this leaves me to get a Knight's Vow as the last item. Onto the Challenger build. I prefer to start with 5 health pots just so that I can make sure I stay in lane as long as possible. The first item I build is Moby Boots, because you gotta go fast, as mentioned before with his ult. Next, I would get a Frozen Fist, because if you aren't fast enough, then you gotta make sure that the enemy is slowed down. Afterwards, I suggest getting a Luden's Echo to enhance your Cocky Peacock. The next item I would get would be an Infinity Edge to help with your ward slaying abilities. And lastly, to make sure you never die, get a Warmogs and a GA. Peacocks should never be killed in battle. I hope you have enjoyed this special guide on Star Guardian Urgot. Please, remember, go easy on your opponents.